Welcome everybody to the first edition. Maybe we've done this kind of once before, but the testing out this edition of Ringside Live. Is that what we're going to call it? Ringside
I think
Live.
so. We got
Ringside,
to.
yeah, Ringside Live. And tonight is going to be the first episode. We're going to do this tonight at 8:30 Eastern on all platforms. That's right. If you're watching this on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, hey, even Twitter. We're going to be live on all those platforms as we're live right now testing this out. So we're excited. I don't know if we have any viewers at the moment, but hey, this is again, we're just testing this out, and it'll stay this will stay up promoting the show for later on today.
What's up, Ryan? How you doing, buddy? Can't wait to hear your next views from.
Oh, look at that. We got Ryan Mosley. Said that's awesome. Thanks for that, Ryan. Appreciate that.
Of course, I got a phone call. It is what it is. They're not more important than Ringside Live, that's for sure.
I was wondering what that buzzing was. I was like, what is that going on? You know, on that situation. But that makes sense. Got a phone call. People quit calling 55 right now. He's. I know he's a busy man. He's making deals, working these things out. You know, but you need to quit calling him just for the moment. We're doing this live Ringside edition here on the platform. So excited tonight. We're gonna be. Let me throw this up on the thing just in case you don't know. Wrestlers is streaming now on Netflix, and tonight we're going to break down and talk about the show. I know we kind of talked about it. Jeremy, you wasn't on the episode, but me, Linda, and Eric talked about it back when the trailer hit, and we discussed it a little bit as far as what we couldn't wait to see. Now that we've all seen it, we're going to break down a lot of the episodes and kind of what we experience as we're going through it. And maybe give you some more behind the scenes on things you've seen, even though it's like a behind the scenes of the behind the scenes, right? Is that how we say it?
Absolutely.
So I would ask right now, Jeremy, what your thoughts of it was, but we're going to save that for tonight. We're going to go live tonight, ladies and gentlemen, at 8:30 Eastern on all of our platforms. And then, of course, the audio version will be listed or be put out there later today later the next day as tomorrow on our podcast platforms. So if you still listen to our audio format, we appreciate that. But video is going to be a way to you to watch it first, and then audio is going to always air the next day. So hey, it's kind of lately we've been trying it out. We've been doing video and audio going at the same time live on our platforms. But I think I'm excited for this new venture.
What's up, Troy? Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm excited for it too. I can't wait for season 1, part 2 of Wrestlers to drop. I'm putting the buzz out there already. Go put it in the universe so it happens. I can't believe how much we got to see, and just to find out from other people that there was a lot more that wasn't shown that I'm excited to see eventually. So I'm ready.
Absolutely. Yes, I'm ready to as well. That it's pretty exciting to say the least. But Wrestlers is streaming now on Netflix. Check it out there and watch that. 7 episodes. It's pretty easy to watch. And I mean, I'm not going to give too much away, but because we'll discuss it tonight. But what I will say is that it's very easy to watch, because once you watch episode 1, you want to watch 2, you want to watch 3, you want to watch 4, and so on and so forth. So definitely check that out. I'm just excited. It's been a crazy wild week for us at OVW and us here at Ringside, and the Ringside banner is everywhere on the show. Like every episode, you see the Ringside banner plain and clear. We appreciate Netflix being able to show that, and we appreciate the plug there. That's why we are the official podcast of OVW, or Ohio Valley Wrestling. So we're going to maintain that and keep that moniker, even though we had Impact superstar Cody Deaner on the show last week, and we've had Steve Macklin, Deanna Prazo, and many more over the past year from Impact, and we've had WB superstars as in Rhea Ripley, and we just recently had Grayson Waller, and So I mean,
Big E and Bobby and all those.
We've had a lot of those, but you kind of jumped the gun there. Is that yes, we've also had people like a former WWE superstar Al Snow, Doug Basham, and a former OVW star as in Bobby Lashley, who's now a current WWE star. So because we're always the official podcast of OVW, and we always try to have our OVW connections through that. So I think next week we might have a special guest from the show wrestlers. We might even have some special guests from the show wrestlers coming up. Over the next few weeks here and there. People want to see. By the way, if for somebody you want it, like I'm not going to reveal tonight. We'll reveal who that guest is for next week. But if you're somebody you want us to see on the show, we've had Cash Flow on the show before. We've had, of course, Doug Basham. We've had Brian Kinnison on the show before. Tony Gunn, many others you've seen on the show. But if those are people you want back on the show, if you want somebody you saw on the show that wasn't featured, but you wanted to hear more of, and you want us to bring them on the show, we will. We've had Certified Luke Curtis on the show as well. So if these are people that you want on the show, let us know right now in the chat, or let us know, and we'll bring them. We'll bring them back for sure. And
Reverend Ronnie was on the show, and he was featured. I wouldn't say he was featured prominently, but he got a lot more screen time or air time than most people. I think the Ringside Podcast banner got the most clock out of anything on the whole Netflix series, and I'm okay with that. But
yeah, go back down. Of course, there's not a video version of when Doug, Brian, Rev Ronnie, even Certified Luke Curtis was on the show. But there are audio versions. Go back and listen, because what's cool about the audio format, or when we had Rev Ronnie on, was that he was training a blind wrestler, and we had him on as a guest too to talk about his experience, and that was really cool. And that's something that wasn't focused in on the Netflix, is that he's also training someone like that, and that would have been cool to kind of break that down. Maybe that's, if there's a season 2, they'll kind of go details into that of other stuff he's kind of done. But yeah, man, this is exciting. Look, I'm wearing my OVW shirt. I don't know if I'll be wearing it tonight or not, but I am throwing that out there, supporting that. Look at that. Our good friend JMO, who's had some brief moments on the show. Is there two? Wait, is there two? I don't know what that means, but sure, man. There is two, for sure.
I got to work out yesterday with my guy JMO, and he looks great, man. I'm so glad he's feeling better. I'm with you, Ryan, man. The first two people I thought was we got to have Gracie on the show, and then Jesse's segue. I think those will both be very good, entertaining stars from the show.
Yeah, as Ryan mentioned, you should have Joe Mack and his rival Gracie from Wrestlers on the show. I mean, there's a possibility that Joe Mack and Gracie can make their appearance on the show. I mean, hey, if anything, Gracie's so famous, I just want a liner from her to say, hey, this is Gracie from Wrestlers, and you're listening and watching the Ringside Podcast. I mean, I would be happy with that alone, not to mention her on the show. She was out this past weekend. OVW, we did live events at the Gaslight Festival. If you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area.
Whoa. No, Jesse, there are not two official OVW podcasts.
What?
He said, wait, is there two official OVW podcasts?
No, there's only one, the official OVW podcast. I don't know where the two is coming from. There's only one. There's only one. The official podcast of OVW, and that's this show, the Ringside Podcast. There's not any other official podcast out there but us.
J-Mo's trying to start some stuff. I love him. He's trying to start some stuff, because anybody else is the twos. We're the ones.
Yeah, look. Ryan knows on the Ringside, and Ryan even has a podcast, The Final Count. I'll give a shout out to Final Count. He's had some OVW guests on recently. He had some great guests. He has a great OVW alum, former WWE superstar, coming up soon. So I won't give it away. I'll let Ryan promote that or whatever, unless he wants me to. But yeah, so check that out. But
how much more official can you get than an actual? We have an actual. Your OVW on the ring announcer.
Just a minute. Your phone must have been ringing or something. So you kind of like say that again. Start from the beginning.
I said, how much more official can you get than you've got one of the officials from OVW on the show,
The
You got the
official.
ring announcer. You've got Miss Linda who ringing out.
The
Like, you can't get more official than we are.
well, you got the official. I even have a shirt that says the official, and it was actually
The
seen
official. That's what I said. You can't get more official than having the official.
right, and it was on Netflix. So if by the way, if you want that shirt, you can get it two places. You can order it shopovw.com, order the official shirt, or go to prowrestlingtees.com/Daniel Spencer, where you can get the official shirt. And on the currently now, it eventually happened to OVW, Shop OVW. I'm working on that, but right now, if you want your own Ringside podcast T-shirt, right here, just like this hat, except the shirt, you can go to prowrestlingtees.com/Daniel Spencer and order that. And if you order that, you will get a shout out on the show, a mention and a plug of your name on the show for ordering the Ringside Podcast T-shirt. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is awesome. This is a new new platform here. I'm excited. Hello, Bunny. How you doing? I'm excited to see everyone kind of use this platform. Remember, tonight I need to put this. Let me make this. Let me make one of these.
I don't get a hello, Bunny. I mean, dang, love you too, Jesse.
Jesse loves it. Whatever. Tonight, the first live. Typing this up just to have it on the night. The first Ringside
I'll be
live.
interested in getting your opinion too, Daniel, on using the Streamlabs versus Restream. I mean, obviously off the record, it looks pretty good. I mean, I don't know as far as how user friendly and everything else, but it looks good.
All right, here we go. I'm going to add this right. Yes, we'll talk about that off the record. Tonight, the first Ringside Live, even though this is currently live right now, I get it. The first Ringside Live, which would have all of us here. You'll have me, Jeremy. You'll have Linda Kay and the voice of the Valley himself, Eric Cornish, on the show to discuss wrestlers. And, we may have someone special pop in. I don't know. I'm not confirming that officially. I'm not saying I mean, this is a teaser, but we are working on some.
You already told them I was going to be on, Daniel. They know somebody special is going to be on.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Here we go. Ryan Mosley said, excited about y'all going live. Can't wait to watch tonight. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Spread the word. Share it. Share the Facebook link. What I love about this is that we're live on. Now, we've had a lot of Facebook comments, which is great. We are live on YouTube right now as well. I'm going to double check just to make sure it is going through, and I do see it live on the YouTube. You can comment on there. I got to make sure the comments are turned. Last time there was an issue with people commenting because it said it was not for it was for children.
I was going to say you got to check that because I had that on Restream too, to where my Facebook comments were turned off, but the other ones were turned on, and I didn't do anything to turn them off or on.
Yeah, I gotta check that out just to make sure. It looks like it says all comments are turned on from all places. So hey, do me a favor. If somebody wants to, you know what? I'll do it right now. Hang on.
I was about to do it. So
testing. Here we go. I just did a testing for my own personal.
Okay. I'll get back in.
And then let's see if it pops up on the comments page. Oh, look at that. Yep. It did right there. So see, it is working on all platforms, all streams. I was gonna, I thought about having. Oh, look, man. You know what, JMO, you be glad that I love you.
Wow, what do you do?
He we'll talk about it off air.
Okay.
We'll talk about it off air. But anyways, you know what he's talking about. You just imagine something he was trying to stir the pot up earlier, and then he tried to send me a link of it. So that's all I'm gonna say. No, actually, I will say this. We appreciate everyone out there promoting, supporting, loving OVW, having shows about it, having podcasts about it, having episodes about it. I mean, the Blue Meanie right now is doing a walkthrough podcast review show with Al, and they're breaking down each episode. Vince Russo is doing the exact same thing with Al Snow too as well, kind of on his platform, and they're going to kind of tackle it differently than the Blue Meanie is. So that's awesome too as well. So we appreciate everyone doing that. We appreciate all that. Ryan Mosley is out there putting it over to in his podcast. Can Crushers is out there putting together their podcast. And I know that I'm also been filling in for the last few weeks for Jimmy Cordeas on Brian Hebner's podcast. And we're going to be talking about that too in the next couple of weeks, because I know he has guests like Brian Kinnison on next week, and we're going to have we're going to record with Brian Kinnison tonight. So I'm doing a lot today. I'm going to record with Brian Kinnison, and I'm turning around recording going live with us. So it's going to be pretty exciting. It's a pretty exciting couple of weeks, to say the least. And yeah. And that's pretty awesome. Awesome shit. Bunny said she'll be at OVW Thursday. I unfortunately will not. I will be at Impact Wrestling in Memphis, Tennessee. But we'll talk more about that on the show tonight. But that's awesome, Bunny. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Well, I'm sure everybody else is looking forward to seeing you there. Unfortunately, I won't be there. But again, tonight is the first Ringside Live at 8:30 Eastern. We're gonna spend a couple more minutes. We'll make this like a 20-minute live cast and all that. Look at this right here. This is TV Ready Daniel Spencer, which I don't think is really their name, but they love Ringside, so that's awesome. Thanks so much, TV Ready Daniel Spencer. I don't know who you are, but appreciate because you.
Daniel's been TV Ready, whoever you are, for years now.
Yeah, TV Ready for years, and believe it or not, I've been on TV for a few years too as well.
That's hilarious, because you used to. I don't know if you remember this, but before you got into OVW, you used to tell people on our podcast that you were TV ready. So this must be somebody that has watched us for a long time or listened to us for a long time.
Maybe so. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, whoever you are, we appreciate the support, because he's not called himself TV ready in years, because he's been on the TV and ready. So
yeah, I don't really know what that's all about.
I wonder if that's Steve.
Steve, you think?
I think is it Steve Rummage?
I mean, Steve Rummage is a former OVW heavyweight champion. Right? Did I
That's
said that
true.
right? So I'm gonna change. I'm gonna help you out there and put your social, Jeremy_CFZ, right there on if you want to follow Jeremy. If you're already. I'm at Daniel Spencer. He's at Jeremy_CSE, and of course, you can follow all of the Ringside on all platforms on the Twitter, X, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, and YouTube at Ringside Podcast. We're also at Ringside Podcast on Twitch, which is we're streaming live on there right now. We'll be streaming live there tonight. And then if you want to, I don't have this. I'll have to type this up and edit later, but we are on the TikTok at the Ringside Podcast on TikTok. We are still working on trying to get the at Ringside Podcast name. Reach out to the Ringside Podcast people who apparently has a great show on goat farming and stuff like that. But reach out to them and see if we can't have that username. And hey, I ain't ashamed. Let's more to people to reach out to them on TikTok and say, please allow Ringside Podcast to have that at name. Better. I mean, hey, whatever. They may end up blocking you. Who knows? But anyways, I'm excited about tonight, the official podcast of OVW. It's going to be talking about wrestlers. Live on Ringside, we'll have Linda Kay, Eric Cornish on the show, and it's going to be pretty cool. Thank you for everyone who's been watching right now. This tester show out, and and all that. So it's pretty cool.
Bunny, you better follow me back on Facebook. I'm still offended you didn't say hi to me, but you better go ahead and hit that follow back, because you'll never know when I'll show up at OVW.
What's the question mark for TV Ready Daniel Spencer? I'm confused with their questioning.
I said it's the Steve Rummage, and is it? I bet you it's him. I'll
Look
ask
at
him
this.
later.
Somebody else said, "Hey, what about Kid Chase versus the Kid Chase?" Okay, the versus Joe Mack. Okay, we have that too as well. I guess that's a possibility. We could do that too. I will say this: I will be bringing on Joe Mack eventually. I think Joe Mack is someone. I mean, hey, maybe I did say there was a surprise tonight. Maybe Joe Mack shows up tonight. I don't know. I mean, unless he's a baby, that's. I mean, I'm just saying what Gracie said on the show. I'm not saying what anybody else said. I'm just repeating what she said. She called him that, so I don't know.
Look, I want to be surprised too. Like, so don't give anything away to me in the group chat. I like to be surprised on things like that, and with us going live, there'll be more surprises like that every week. So I'm excited, man.
There will be, and what's crazy about it is, I've already had many people ask to be a part of it. So I don't I'm just saying. So you never know who's going to pop on tonight. And hey, it may be nobody. I don't know. You may just be getting the normal crew, which by the way, our 4 crew right here of the senior official OVW, me, as well as official at Impact Wrestling. One of the pioneers and founders of Ringside Podcast, Jeremy Wallman. And he runs the Cardinal Sports Zone, so he's all about the Cardinal sports, and we love that. Go Cards. And then you got the lovely Linda Kay and the voice of the Valley himself, Eric Cornish. So really, you don't need anybody else, but just imagine if we threw in somebody else, because again, we are the official podcast of OVW, and why not?
And listen, anybody that wants to argue that can just meet us in the ring, honestly. I don't know 2 people. I don't know anybody in the city, radio or podcast wise, that would be able to handle us in the ring. So let's get it. I know that's what J-Mo was. I know that's what he was trying to angle at. He's trying to, J-Mo's all about the business. He was probably angling for a payoff there.
J-Mo. Oh yeah. J-Mo is, I love about J-Mo is, he's looking good. He's getting back into shape, and I think he's got that itch. I think he's got that itch, and so he's wanting to try to book himself something. He probably wants to be like a special guest referee for a match between podcast people or something. I don't know.
I think probably he probably wants to be my tag team partner. He wants to get that back together again. The only time I ever stepped foot in the ring was over in Indiana, and J-Mo was a part of that whole organization over there. So I think it probably has been his dream to be my tag team partner, and I'm okay with it. Like, I'll defend his honor. He's a good dude.
Well, I mean, you did get in the ring. I need to post that video because it's been a while, but you did get in the ring. You did help out, and that was one of my first ever, if not my first ever, referee show that I did, and that kind of changed the whole game for my career, my life. And you did you did get in the ring, and I believe you helped out somebody by the name of Big Ticket Brandon Abels. I can't believe we just plugged him and put him on the show, but
I did the ticket stub is what I called him. All I know is I do not want you to put that video up because I was about 150 pounds heavier. There was a lot more of me back then to look at. But all y'all got to know is I got in the ring really smoothly, more smooth than Ricky Chevy did at the Rumble the one year when he got stuck on the ropes. And I delivered one heck of a clothesline, and I did help out the ticket stub. So it is what it is. But the fact being, J-Mo's a great dude. I'll always put him over because he's always, he wrestled. He's been in local wrestling just as long as anybody that I've known. So even going back to Ricky Chevy, like the very first time I went to watch him locally, he was in Shepherdsville, and a guy that you may know by the name of Cash Flow was on that card, and it was special. So anytime I can help, Jay will. But he's a great dude.
Well, I don't know. This is not an official episode of Ringside. This is kind of a bonus live edition. We're just throwing out there. There's no audio version of this, only video. But I don't know. We went a pretty long time without hearing the name Ricky Chevy. So thank you for that. Thank you for bringing him back up. Now we have to start the count back to zero again. Ricky Chevy mentions we're back at zero. How many days without the mention of Ricky Chevy?
We're gonna have that sign up. It's like it's been 0 days since Ricky Chevy was mentioned.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so we're back to zero now, and now we have to restart. restart that back up.
My
For
bad,
sure.
my bad. Blame that one on me. That was, I mean, anytime you think of silly, you think of him. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, um, he's actually like no one's heard of him for a while, so he's disappeared, for sure.
Wait a minute, did Ryan Mosley just challenge me to a wrestling match?
I think he did.
Look, here's all I'll say, Ryan. I'm not going to cut a promo or anything because I respect you, but I'm 6'7" and 350 pounds still. You don't want this smoke. You don't want these cards. Let's just keep it as our friendship. You can keep sending me interviews from people I've barely heard of, and I'll keep pretending like I watch them. Okay, maybe I promoted you a little bit. I'm just kidding, buddy, but still, let's not do.
Well, that's I wasn't expecting that. That's this wasn't. I didn't realize we were gonna have a pipe bomb, and I was gonna end this 6 minutes ago, by the way, and we're still going. So, it's been it's good. We've got a lot of interaction, and I'm happy. I can't wait to tonight, live tonight at 8:30 when we bring back, or not bring back, when we officially launch our first ever live ringside edition, live ringside of the podcast, 8:30 p.m. on all platforms. On all video platforms, I should say. And then the audio will go out the next day. So I am excited. I'm excited, man. I'm happy, and I think this is a great, a great new addition to our show. We've been trying to do this for a long time, and I'm happy that we started it.
Yeah, me too. And look, that's the same thing we did with the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. We took it video, and it was wildly successful. And I'm glad I was able to even help out a little bit as far as get some familiarity with the video. Chris Doyle wants to know, is there any chance you can go live tonight without me? No, there's no chance. I don't know who you are. I don't dislike you, but that kind of puts me in a mood to feel some type of way. It sounds like you woke up with many flavors to choose from this morning, but salty was the one you chose to pick out. But it is what it is. Yes, JMO, there probably still is a ringside without me, but I appreciate the opportunity to be on here and get to be myself. When me and Daniel put this together many, many, many years ago, this is exactly what the vision that we saw is coming into fruition, and we couldn't be any more happier.
Absolutely, and we'll end it right there. So tonight, watch it. We're going to be live, ringside live at 8:30 with the first edition of that. We have us. We're going to have the lovely Linda Kay, the voice of the Valley, Eric Cornishoes are there, and then we might again there might be some surprises. Might get some people popping out. But live tonight at 8:30. It won't be live every week at 8:30. That's tonight's time. We'll probably eventually start having an official live every Tuesday or Monday or whenever we decide to make it a live. I think it's going to be a Tuesday thing, every Tuesday at a different time. But tonight it's going to be live at 8:30. So be on the lookout for that. Look at all social medias. You can follow us on the social media platforms at Ringside Podcast. And looking forward to doing that. Don't forget, Wrestlers is streaming now on Netflix right now. Go watch it. All 7 episodes. It's amazing.
Absolutely. Look, the one thing I've taken from today is that I learned that I can drive one-handed and stream with the other. So I'm very, very happy that I'm being both safe and entertaining at the same time.
There we go. We know somebody that can text it. We know somebody that texts while drives, and you're not one of them. All right. Thanks so much. We appreciate it, guys. See you tonight at 8:30. And I guess we can't. In the meantime, but between time, until next time.
You've been live with Ringside.
See ya.